Hello, Internet, and welcome to Saturday Nights. We are here with more 5th edition D&D shenanigans and fun. So thank you for joining us today. Couple of announcements before we get started and jump right into the insanity. We have we have a lot of stuff coming this week. On Monday, I am running Motley Mondays this week. I just remembered that. I need to get something ready. But we've got more 5th edition, our round table sort of insanity D&D game. It's going on every other Monday. Where we've all been trading off, and we're back to my rotation now. So it's been wild, a lot of stuff. But we'll be doing that Monday at 8:00. On Wednesday, we'll have another Lynn's Day.
Starting a new game.
Starting a new game. Do you know what game yet, or you haven't decided?
I do. I have decided.
Okay.
It will be Borderlands 2.
Borderlands 2?
Borderlands 2.
Sorry, Borderlands?
So close.
I'll get it. I'll get it one of these days. So yeah, we'll be back with Wednesday on Wednesday for at around 8:30-ish Eastern time. You watch her start a whole new game. On Thursday, do we have anything on Thursday this week? I don't have my schedule in front of me. So I guess we'll be a little bit lighter on content this week. We'll have the one game. We'll have streaming on Monday, Wednesday, and then back on Saturday with more of this game. We have our giveaway, which just ended. We'll be doing the drawing for that during our break today. So make sure you, I guess the entries are closed at this point. So if you didn't enter, sucks to be you. So we'll be doing the drawing for that. We're going to try to draw from people in the chat. If we don't get enough entries from, we don't have enough people active in the chat at the time, we'll just draw from all entries present. So, we will do that and announce it after our break. But thank you to any newcomers or anybody else that entered that hasn't watched any of our programming so far. I hope you enjoy it. And if you win, congratulations. So I think that's it. Do we have any other announcements that I missed? Savannah, you have your game tomorrow too, don't you?
Yeah, we're back tomorrow.
Yeah. Hop over to Encounter Roleplay to watch Savannah play or run her Apocalypse World game, Apocalypse When. It's getting very dramatic. Time travel and mysteries and evil cult things. 4
episodes left. So
yeah.
It's about to get bonkers.
Yeah. So definitely tune in for that tomorrow at 5:00 Eastern time. I think that's it.
Also, I'm doing Matropony by myself again this week.
Oh, that's right. Tuesdays. Well, because my schedule. So Tuesdays we will have a Matro Lonely again. I'll be out of town kind of. So I won't be able to play. But Savannah will be here and be doing something else instead.
I'm going to keep doing Dream Daddy.
Yeah, more Dream Daddy.
Yeah. I'll find someone. Don't worry.
I hope you will. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump back into the game and continue our adventure of Saturday Nights. So last time we left off, your crew had been. Actually, I'll do a music change here since we are in sort of a dramatic moment. Your crew had finally made it to Quilden, and you were embroiled in this investigation, this conflict between these bandit groups that have been sort of plaguing the countryside of Ishfornin in the region of Quilden and a lot of these other smaller settlements. You were tasked by the council lord of Quilden to investigate and dispatch the bandit king, this enigmatic figure that has sort of taken the reins and brought some organization to these separate bandit entities, and seems to have some sort of larger goal at play here. You began your investigation into the Lone Eye, this mystical criminal organization that specializes in infiltration and assassination, looking for their workings within the city. Mel had a run-in with one of its members who was revealed to be her estranged brother, Paul, who didn't seem to recognize her and attempted to make a run for it. All of you chased Paul through the countryside to a small inn, roadside inn, where you believed that this headquarters, or that Paul had absconded into, it was revealed or uncovered rather quickly that it was a front for this Lone Eye base. You defeated the barkeeper and his spider pets, and made your way to the tunnels beneath this inn, where you solved a puzzle of words in many different languages, revealing a door that opened up into a portal, teleporting you somewhere else. You're not entirely sure where. As you entered into this cavern, this subterranean space, this ancient ruins surrounding you, you came upon Paul once again with the mage that had assisted him in his escape, and another magic caster, a figure that you hadn't seen before. You attacked, defeated, killed the one mage, captured Paul, and the other, who named himself, or you found out his name to be Sarth. You interrogated Sarth, and he told you of his master, Krillock, and offered to introduce you, hoping to broker some sort of a peace and agreement that might lead to your mutual benefit. As you entered this massive auditorium, this ancient auditorium down here in this cavern, you saw many cracks and holes and crevices fallen through the floor, and as Sarth called out to his master, Krillock, you watched as a creature rose up from the darkness of one of these pits, and as many eyes began to open, what you all know to be a beholder greeted you with a wide smile, and that's where we left off. So that's where we're going to pick up, as Krillock is now hovering in front of you over this cavern in the floor. You all feel this intense presence from this single eye, that this massive eye at the center of this bulbous form that is very intently staring and looking you all over. And in this unearthly, guttural voice, Krillock asks in common to all of you and says, "Now, what is the reason for this disruption? What do you want from me?"
We just wanted to meet you, great sir. Or rather, not sure. Hello.
You may call me Krillock.
Krillock, yes.
Sarth seems to think here that there's a reason that I shouldn't kill all of you now.
What threat do we pose to you, Krillock?
None.
And so there's no reason for you to kill us if we're no threat.
You pose no threats. The information you hold now that you've entered our hideout, you could say, does worry me. Why have you made your way down here? Why have you killed, as he looks over towards towards the dead body of the halfling, one of my loyal followers?
They attacked us?
He looks down to Sarth and says, Sarth looks at him and says, they technically attacked us first, but regardless, they've mentioned wanting some business with the Bandit King. I believe that your interests may be aligned, Master.
That is true. We might be able to make you a better deal than whatever sort of business arrangements you have with the Bandit King.
Sarth looks contemplative for a moment. Hold on a second.
Oh, cats.
For a protracted moment, he thinks, and we all are terrified.
Or else like blinks very slowly.
Ugh.
And he says, the arrangement that I have with the Bandit King is none of your business, but I will admit it's not the one that I'd want.
I mean, that's obvious enough by the name alone. If you yourself are not the Bandit King, then that means you are paying homage or tribute to him in some way. And we seek to perhaps adjust that relationship in your favor, incidentally.
It says, I have little patience for flattery, but I see your point. Perhaps there is an agreement that we could come to. Maybe if you would do a few small tasks for me in solidifying my power here in this hold, I could provide you with the information that you seek.
What sort of favors would these be?
Eliminating some competition that stands in my way. I'm sure that you're aware that our little organization here has grown, that the Bandit King has brought others under the fold that don't belong to the Lone Eye. The Midnight Reavers, the Blood Wolves, the Ice Rats, and the Umbra Hawkers, one of which was dealt with not too long ago. But
yes,
three...
that was us.
Really?
True.
Yep. Turned over Hargrave's personal armor earlier. No, that was yesterday. I've lost track of time.
Yes.
Well, if you've taken care of Hargrave, I don't imagine the rest of this would be too difficult for any of you. If you could take care of the leaders of my competition in this hold, then I'll point you in the direction of the Bandit King. You can dispatch them or deal with them as you see fit, and we can go our separate ways.
Sounds reasonable enough to me. It looks at the rest of the group. Any shrugs or shaking heads?
And I'm sure you would not mind us taking one of your own with us to keep an eye on us and provide information we may need to do this to the best of your benefit.
I've gathered some information that may assist in this endeavor. The Midnight Reavers, the Blood Wolves, and the Ice Rats have their individual holds and hovels. The Reavers, I believe, are based in a small town to the south called Breck. Only 15 miles from here or so. I don't know the name of their leader, as they always wore masks during our arrangements. But I believe that's where their base would lie. The Blood Wolves have a camp north of Quildun, near the edge of the forest. Their leader, War Chief Auckland Spinebreaker, is a brute. I don't imagine it'd be too difficult for you all to deal with him. And finally, there's the Ice Rats, a pirate group. They terrorize the coast, but their hold is a small fort up the river from Warrior's Shore, just south of Grisham. Their leader, a hobgoblin named Roth Blackwater.
Anything else you can tell us about this Blackwater?
I don't know much other than the dealings of the Ice Rats. They take from any who sail their shores. They ruthless, practical, though. They have avoided the ire of the council lords for some time by not overstepping. I believe him a man of intelligence.
I still think we might want to take one of your people with us. Just to keep things equitable.
His eyes lock onto you with an intensity, and he says, I don't know what is wrong.
Cat, Krillock.
He says, now why would you have any interest in taking one of my with you?
The one that my friend here is referring to, nearly stabbed her to death, and so it is a matter of personal satisfaction that we get, balance the scales, as it were. Don't worry, we won't kill him, because then he'd be useless to both of us.
Make a persuasion check.
13.
Okay, 13. He says, that sounds a fair enough deal, but I would ask the same in return. One of you remains here with me.
I can see how that seems like a fair arrangement. However, you remove one member of our party and our efficacy drops significantly. You take one of your minions and I don't know how much of an impact that will have on your operations.
If you take one of mine with you, it would seem the scales would be balanced. Or are you saying my subordinates are less effective than yours?
I just assume you have many who will suit your needs. We are fewer in number.
I do, but I'd like some guarantees that you will be returning and not simply reporting the nature of this conversation and this location to your benefactors in Quildun.
A reasonable enough concern. Do you mind if my compatriots and I confer to discuss this condition?
Not at all. Take all the time you need. And he hovers back, sort of not down the hole again, but across the room, turning away, looking towards Sarith, and the two of them kind of hover across the chamber. Or, well, he hovers. Sarith walks.
What a plebe. So first of all, do I know what Grillock is?
I would say with your intelligence, you do know that this is a beholder.
Great.
Information beyond that, I'm not sure how
May
much.
I attempt to recall?
Sure. Yeah, you can make a Arcana or History check.
Perfect. Those are both the same. Ew, gross. 16.
16. Okay. Yeah, you're familiar with this creature. They are uncommon to the material realm. Beings that have hail initially from the far realms, and only through disruptions to the veil and the sort of reality itself, do they occasionally cross over. Very intelligent, powerful beings that have a sort of insatiable drive to whatever ends that they seek. So usually have some sort of desire or need that they pursue sort of relentlessly, sometimes to the arcane, sometimes power, sometimes fortune and profit, but they are difficult beings to deal with based on the stories that you have heard.
Neat. Mel is just like grimacing, like, and pale when everyone converse.
Well, I mean, do we have to take Paul now? I mean, I know you just found him and you're very worried, but he still doesn't remember anything.
But we are making progress. And if I give him back now, who's to say he will still be here when we come back? He could be relocated somewhere else.
That's a good point.
Now that I have him near again, I am very loath to see him leave my sight.
Well, then you're gonna have to decide which one of us is worth a trade.
Matthias says, I can stay.
Are you sure? This is a family matter for Mel, and we've known her much longer than you. It doesn't seem fair to make that trade.
I mean, I trust that you're going to come back. I wouldn't stay here if I didn't think you were going to come back for me. You're coming back for me, right?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm supposed to come back.
What does your gut tell you?
Well, she put me here for a reason, and I think this might be one of those reasons. So, I'm fine with staying here, as long as you don't take too long.
Yeah, so about that, I mean, we have to get rid of like all of the other groups before we come back here, or what are we wanting to do, guys?
That's what it sounded like to me, and they are not entirely that close together, these places.
What do we know about the other groups? Do we know anything about them?
Like,
They're all
aside
like
from what he told us.
they're all like really bad and super evil, and this is just a great idea and is gonna benefit everyone and hurt no one.
Yeah, basically.
Sean, is that?
I mean, as far as
Yeah.
you've heard from Lord Alabasters, that they're bandit groups that have been terrorizing the countryside.
But we know they're all like bandits. At
Yes,
least.
yeah, they are.
All
They
right.
are all considered bandits, outlaws, criminals.
And we need
That's
to
what I
take them out
thought.
anyway. Yeah, if we want
That's what I
them.
thought. I just wanted to make double sure that what I had in my brain was actually the truth.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Their MOs differ. Obviously, the ice rats are specialize in sort of pirating,
Pirates.
don't really, sort of dealing with the disrupting the trade that goes on along the coast. The Blood Wolves are sort of orc brigands. You've actually had an encounter with the Blood Wolves. And then and then the Midnight Reavers are a little bit more mysterious. They're masked bandits that you have been known to attack smaller or some of the larger settlements at night. Less is known about them.
It might be a little while, Matthias.
I sort of assumed, based on what he was saying, that it wasn't going to be like, I'll see you in a couple hours. But I mean,
it also does sound like he has no reason to kill you.
That's good.
Oh, you should be fine here.
And I can keep in touch. Check in a bit.
That would also be good, just in case. You never know. I'll be good. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right?
He doesn't like your card tricks.
I probably won't share any card tricks with them. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
You'll be fine. Here, can I reach into my pack and pull out my my spare holy symbol and give it to him?
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah, I have another one. I mean,
Thank you.
You know, just in case.
Okay, just in case. He sticks it in his pocket. All right. Well, I guess we need to go tell the big guy what's going on then, right?
Yeah.
You'll be great. And
Yeah, okay.
keep that on you, and I'll be watching.
Okay. Sounds good. He gives a nervous smile.
Krillok, we agree to your terms. One of ours for one of yours.
From across the room, Krillok turns and hovers back over with a smile and says, "Excellent. I'm glad we were able to come to an accord. Which one of you will be gracing my company for the foreseeable future?"
Kind of turn and indicate Matthias.
Hi. Says, not what I expected, but all right. I'm sure we can learn much from each other in the time that we'll have. Your name? Matthias, he said. Yeah. Nice to meet you. And Matthias steps forward and kind of along the side of the chamber, and he says, "And which one of mine will you be taking with you? I assume the one you were speaking of before."
We will take Paul, the drow.
Oh, all right then. Looks down. Paul. Kind of gives a confused look, not like that name unfamiliar to him. And Paul.
What an awful boss. He doesn't know his minions' names?
Paul didn't even know his name.
And Paul, who's been very conflicted since the checks you guys made last session, I think is willing to go along with this and kind of out of curiosity more than anything else. Says, and Krillok says, all right. Well, I'll allow you to leave then, and I assume I'll be seeing you soon. Bring back something to let me know that the job is done. All right.
Now, should we come back just as a batch job, or as we take out each of these leaders?
I don't see any reason for you returning until the job is entirely finished.
Also, do you want heads? A lot of people have been mentioning heads lately. Is that the way you would like it to track?
We have dealt in heads before.
I won't ask for anything so macabre, just something to let me know that the job is finished. My spies will inform me of the rest.
And it is the same manner to get back here?
Yes. Though leaving is slightly different. And he, his eye glows for a moment, and as it does, you see in front of all of you a sigil begin to trace itself across the ground. And he says, as this spell is completing, he says, "I'll be seeing you all soon, I hope." And there is a flash as all these lions connect around all of you, and you all feel a lurching sensation as you are teleported, and you just hear, the last thing you hear is Matthias going, "Bye!" And there is a crack, and you appear in a different location, the tavern that you were at before, up among the dead body of the spiders and the bartender.
Well, do we head back to Quilden? Maybe we should take a moment to rest here. I don't know if this is actually a tavern or are there going to be any beds upstairs?
Probably not. I think this was just the front. Plus, all of our stuff is back at the city, so I think we should head back.
That's fine with me.
Paul is kind of giving a confused look, and he signs to you, Mel, and says, "I assume I'll just follow you for now."
I would like that if you would like that.
I don't see that I have a choice.
No, I mean... Nope. Nope.
I mean, we can ensure that you don't have a choice, but I'd rather not do that, and I think Mel would appreciate it.
He responds, sighing and saying, "I'd like to find out if what you said earlier was true."
That is all I want.
Well, if there are temples still offering services by the time we get back, it might not be all that long.
Well, let's go then.
Okay. You all head back to the city. You can get on your horses.
I watch Paul carefully to see if he still has a way with horses and if he still likes horses.
Yeah, I think he goes up to. So there was the carriage that initially took him and the other the halfling. I can think of the name. Took the halfling with you, with
the
them.
Dead one.
Yeah, the dead one that they initially escaped in, and it's still there. It has the horses hooked to the or still saddled to the front. He goes and unfastens one of them and leads it around to where you all are and gets on the horse. I mean, it doesn't seem like he's super. You don't really get anything as far as his affinity towards the horses, but I mean, he seems competent in his ability to control one or mount one.
Okay, cool. I will ride near him, if not with him.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think he wants to share a horse with any of you.
I will ride near him.
You all get on your own mounts and begin riding back to the city. And it's later in the day at this point. You were down there for a couple hours, and with the short rest you took, and you are arriving back at the city. It's about mid-afternoon at this point. And you come through the gates, the guards recognizing you and not making you pay the toll every time you come and go with the tax. So where would you like to go once you're inside the city?
I would like to contact my working class network. Ask where I can go for the. Okay, one of the things I can ask is whom to go to for the favors you seek. I want to know what temple we can. Well, no, Jules. Never mind.
Yeah,
hey, Jules, where's your temple at, bruh?
Well, I said last time. I don't know if you guys remember, but if we take a long rest, I can fix it.
I did not remember that.
Yep.
Thanks.
So, fear not.
We can just go back to the inn then, and in the morning.
Simplify a little bit.
Yeah. Very streamlined. This plan that I definitely remembered from a few hours ago.
I mean, we also have the tavern that we never actually looked into. I mean, we walked by it the other day, but the one that the jeweler gave us the name of?
That is
the
right.
Shady Folks?
I don't know if it's, if it's a storm the castle kind of deal, or if we can do some kind of scouting, but also, excuse me, if it's all the same, I think I would rather get this business with Paul resolved first.
That's true. No need to get too riled up in things. We already have a lot of business on our plates. I might just pick up some supplies for working with spells. Want to take a look at that spell book you guys procured. But I can do that while we spend the rest of our day relaxing, I guess.
I do also
We
have
know
some
the plans.
work. I do have some work I want to do as well.
Perfect.
To the inn!
Okay, so you're heading back to the Iron Creek Inn, where your rooms and your carriage and your other horses are still waiting for you.
We now have, what,
Oh
6
yeah, we should
horses?
give. Should we just give those horses back?
Yeah.
I have the
second-
ones that we bought, yeah. Rented. Whatever.
rented. Hopefully rented. Maybe we bought them. I can't
I mean,
remember.
for 20 gold, or however much it was.
No, I think we bought them.
Yeah, you bought them.
Oh, okay.
People don't really rent horses.
All right, so I have a guild name for us. It's the Kardashians, because we have a bajillion horses.
Not again.
Well, let's workshop it.
You could sell your horses back, or you could try to.
I'm
Like-
keeping mine.
Okay.
I love
We have the warhorse one.
Oh, the beast.
the beast. I'm
Such a good
keeping
name
him.
for a horse.
Okay, so it's that one, and then the two on the cart. Hilda doesn't really need a whole horse to herself, so
Yeah, you have two like draft horses on the attached to the cart.
and then Jules keeps hers. We just have some 3 beefy horses.
Yeah, which Jules is technically it's still a riding horse, so it's smaller than the draft horses, but it is
Oh, okay.
pretty beefy.
Okay, so then maybe we go back or sell the other 3, try and get some gold back, but Jules can keep the beast.
I'm going to make
Yeah.
it my best friend.
Okay. You head back to the stables and you find the stable master, who you tell him that you're going to sell the horses back, and he says, "Oh, all right then. I can buy them back from you for 8 gold pieces."
Is he trying to give us a terrible deal?
It's less than you bought them for.
I mean, yes, but we paid for expediency then, but is this, below market price?
Make an intelligence check.
And I assist because
Uh-oh.
it's canon that I'm extremely stingy and pay attention to money.
I mean, are we all doing this? I don't know who was actually coming along with this.
That's the
I'll come
question.
along. I'll definitely come along. Can I
Okay.
assist?
Then you can assist.
Just straight intelligence?
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh. Pity. It's only 16.
Chad.
That's 6.
6. Okay. Chad sounds like a reasonable price to you. Mel, it's probably a couple gold less than they'd actually be worth.
10.
He looks at you and says, I mean, I just sold these horses to you earlier, and I mean, now you're bringing them back. I don't know if there's...
And you're still making a 10 gold profit for only a few hours of your time. 10 golds.
Make a persuasion check.
Get him.
Oh no! I'm doing so bad today! That's a 2.
Oh.
He says, perhaps you can find someone else willing to buy them then.
Alright, your loss. These were very good horses. Could have sold them back to someone else, but we'll hang on to them.
Fair enough, and best of luck with that. So, you guys want to try to find somebody else to sell horses to?
We'll just have
We'll just...
A whole herd!
Oh, great. Yeah, Hilda's probably like waiting outside and be like, wait, why do you still have the horses? I thought we were selling them.
Because he was a putz, he didn't want to buy them for a reasonable price.
Oh. Well, I guess we could try somewhere else.
I want to go home and rest. It has been a trying day.
Good idea.
And by home, I mean to an inn.
Okay, you guys head back to the inn. Was there anything else anyone wanted to do?
I wanted to try to maybe start learning a couple of those spells, and it takes gold, so I don't know if I have to like get some supplies to do that, or just
No, just spend the gold that you would need to. I'm not gonna make you agonize over finding someone to buy supplies. We'll just say you spend the gold, and that will equal the supplies that you get.
Oh, okay. Let me look at this list and see what I can start learning.
Okay. Was there anybody else that wanted to do anything?
Are you talking about before we get to the inn or just the downtime?
This is the time until you rest for the end of the day.
Okay, you go ahead.
Can I cast a spell?
Sure.
Yay. I would like to, as a ritual, once we get back to the inn and everything, I would like to ritual cast divination.
Okay.
In which I am put in contact with a god or a god's servants, and I can ask a question concerning a goal that will event or activity to occur within the next 7 days. I want to pray about us, I guess, going after the other leaders, and I'm trying to figure out how to phrase the question. But I guess I want to try to get a sense from Gethys if we go and do this, and then like the only group with a strong leader left is the Eye, if that's gonna put people in danger.
Okay, so you're asking about the outcome, or trying to get the idea of what the outcome will be towards this goal that you guys are trying to do.
It says you offer a truthful reply. I don't know, it says a lot of things. I'm just gonna click on it.
Yeah, I'll say that's going to be specific enough. And you're specifically asking if the outcome will be helpful, or if it's going to be favorable.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay.
But not just for us.
I think as you sit down, what does it look like when you do your ritual?
Boy, that's a good question. Let's see. I think I have like, I don't really know what it would look like. I think I have like a little like chalk or something, and draw out these like symbols on the floor that mean different things. Probably in primordial, and then light some incense and just kind of like sit very quietly. And just like try to listen.
Okay, so as you finish the spell, and are you in your room when you're doing this?
Yeah.
Your window's open at the time, and there's like a breeze that comes in carrying some leaves along with it that kind of swirl, kind of localized on this this rune that you've drawn on the floor. And through that wind and the leaves rustling and the sound of nature around you and everything else, all the sounds of the people on the road and the conversation, the creaking of the inn, everything like that seems to fade away. And it's just the sound, and you can hear the leaves moving and the trees creaking and swaying, and you can hear grass shifting out in the fields beyond. And there is a voice that cuts through it. A voice that you might have heard before in prayers and visions that you received. And it says, "There's much deception on the path that you tread. Trust not everything for what it seems to be, but stay the course, and you will see light at the end of your road."
Just once, I'd really like you to say, like, "Yeah, Jules, you're doing great. Very proud of you."
That's all you get from Tree Dad.
Thanks, Tree Dad. He's supportive in his own distant way. Just once. Okay.
All right. And so you, Hilda, you are doing your spells. Have you picked a spell you want to learn?
Not quite yet. I'm just
Okay.
I'm just seeing which ones I can learn. There's a few higher level ones I can't learn yet.
Yeah. I think there are a couple that you'll have to wait till later. Well, just let me know when you don't rush right now if you want to pick them, and just let me know what you end up picking.
Okay, because you said it was like midday, so I maybe have like 6 hours.
Depends on how much you want to sleep.
Good point. Okay.
So you could work through the night and take a point of exhaustion, and you would have a more significant amount of time, upwards of 12, 18 hours to learn stuff.
I can learn lots of them. Okay, I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. Okay. Nothing else that y'all wanted to do tonight?
I do.
Oh yes, Mel. That's right.
I would like to make some magic items. Or, well,
All right.
one.
What do you want to make?
Well, first, I suppose I will enchant Chad's javelin strap. I don't know. I'm chanting it so his javelins will come back to him when he throws them.
That's right.
Which we decided was an uncommon.
Uncommon. Okay. So the total time that I need to remind myself, takes the item. That's right. Okay. So you can spend it, and I'll read this for the chat and for myself. So I remember how this works. So the way we have our magic item crafting rules, when you have the requisite skills and materials and all that, you can spend up to 8 hours per day working on the creation of a single magic item. An artificer, wizard crafting an item connected to the school of magic reduces the time it takes to craft a magic item by half. I don't think you're an artificer, so you get to reduce it by half. So it's only going to take you 24 hours.
Okay.
To craft the uncommon item.
Sweet.
And you can reduce that time, or you can expedite the creation of it by making an Arcana check once per day. The DC of the check will depend on the rarity of the item. For this, for an uncommon, it's going to be a DC 18.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah, on a success, you get to add your intelligence score to the total hours you spend working on the item. On a fail, nothing will happen the first 2 times, but if you fail that check 3 times on a single magic item, the item is destroyed and all progress is lost. So, you can go ahead and make an attempt to, you can do an Arcana check.
So, quick point of order, I don't have javelins yet.
Oh, you don't? What have you been throwing?
Hand axes, but...
I want your hand axes to come back to you.
I mean, I could go out and get javelins, because those would be better for me to throw.
Okay, well, I'm enchanting the belt that you would hook a weapon on,
yeah, that's
and it
something
will come back to you.
Chad can go and do some errands tonight, in addition to what else I would like to have him do.
Okay, so I will make one point of order. You can crafting the single item to throw and come back is going to be an uncommon. If you're going to craft a belt that any item you put into it will come back to you, that's going to be a little more complicated. I might have misunderstood. I thought you were.
Okay, I thought he had javelins. I was trying to game the system and be like, fine. Well, okay. We assume that Chad went and got them.
Yeah, the javelins are easy. I don't even think I think they cost like 1 gold. I don't know what a javelin costs.
I just had the page open.
I'm just gonna make my Arcana check while this is happening.
Yeah, go for it. I just wanted to make sure it was gonna be uncommon. We'll go for something away.
Yeah, javelins are 5 silver each.
5 silver. Okay.
That's a 20.
Okay, so with a 20, that will reduce it by half again. So sorry, that doesn't do it. You're going to add your intelligence. So what's your intelligence score?
5.
5. Okay. So 5, and then how many hours do you want to spend?
Is it intelligence score or intelligence mod?
I wrote score there. I don't know if I meant to do mod.
Sure you didn't mean score, because that would mean I reduced the hours by 20.
Yeah, that would be a lot. No, it's going to be modifier. That's probably a typo on my end.
Cool. So I can do, how many hours are left in the day before I go to sleep to get a full 8 hours? Can I do 8 hours today? Plus 5?
You can. I'll say if you want to get 8 hours of sleep, depending on what time you guys want to get up the following day, you could work for 8 hours.
I will work for 8 hours. So 9 hours left?
Probably gets you getting up a little bit later in the morning, but
that's fine with me.
Enough time to do stuff tomorrow. Okay, so you 8 plus 5, so it's gonna be 13 hours.
Well, do drows have the weird elf thing that they only sleep for 4 hours?
They do if I was a full drow, but I'm not. I'm a half.
Oh. Half saves.
So you have 13 out of 24 on that one. From that day of crafting. Cool. We'll get faster on that as we do that more often.
Oh. When I finish, I go and interrupt Jules and wake her up. Throw the door open or whatever. Do we still have that box? We still haven't disenchanted it and opened it.
The box.
I don't think I wake up. I think I'm snoring. Jules is a very heavy sleeper.
Jules! Hey, Jules!
Oh, God.
Hey!
What? What?
We still haven't opened that box.
Okay.
I just want you to know that before tomorrow, so it doesn't use your tomorrow's energy tomorrow for this thing that we've been planning on doing for 2 days.
What do you want me to do with the box?
There was a magical trap on it, and you needed to dispel it. Was that a you thing or a Hilda thing?
It's a me thing.
With my keen mind, I remember that.
Today.
I can also do that, though.
Oh, good. Good to know.
Yes.
Is that all?
Yes.
Okay, good night.
Wait, did you do it already?
Just pokes in. It's done.
No,
Got it.
I can't do it until tomorrow.
Okay, can I have the box?
Yeah, it's in my bag.
Okay, I got it. Hey, good night, Slam.
Why are you so loud today?
Knock, knock, knock. Hilda!
I think Hilda's in the same room.
Oh.
Hilda's staying in my room.
Yeah.
Thanks. Good night, Jules. Hilda.
Yeah, because she would have gone to bed. She didn't stay up that late working on. She learned a 3rd level spell, just 6 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, Vampiric Touch is the one I'm going with first.
Nice.
Ooh, I love that one.
So, but yeah, so she only. Yes.
Can you dispel the magic on this box that we want to open?
This
We
is
have
the
to do
box
it
that
now.
you found, right?
Yes, the one that is trapped. If we forget tonight, then we're not going to do it tomorrow.
Okay, give me a minute. I want to put my slippers on.
You need slippers to cast magic?
No, I just want to be comfortable.
Oh. You act as if I'm imposing on your sleep or something.
All right, let's go downstairs or something. Let's let you sleep.
I bet Jules wants to see what... Jules, you want to see what's inside?
Fine.
Okay, I'll go get Chad. Chad! Chad, we're opening the box. Come here.
Chad's coming along.
Okay. So none of you have taken a long rest yet.
Apparently not.
Not yet, I guess.
Just confirm. Well, no, I am stating it as a fact. None of you have
If
taken.
that phase spider comes back right now.
It is coming for you.
Okay.
Anyway, you head downstairs. The tavern is quiet. There's nobody down there right now. It's boarded up, doors closed, but so you are alone down there. You take out the box and you set it down on the table, and it's this kind of maroon covered box with these golden, I believe I said golden chains wrapped around it last time. So you do know there's some sort of magic on this box, causing it probably trapped.
Mhm.
Do you want to just try to dispel it?
Yes. I would like to cast Dispel Magic on me.
Okay.
Click.
What level are you casting it at? Just 3rd level?
I have a 4th level slot. Let's try it at 4th.
I'm-
How are you on?
I do
Okay.
need you to still roll for it.
Okay. What do
this
I roll?
It's going to be D20 plus your intelligence. DC is 17.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Let me see what my. Oh no, that one's like cocked. Let me do it again. Oh boy, should I use my legend point for this? I rolled a 2.
You could.
Plus
Well, do you-
intelligence.
Oh no. Do you have any more slots?
I do. Yeah, I have a 3rd level one.
Because you're gonna go to sleep anyway.
Yeah, I have like one more 3rd level slot. I'm gonna use my legend point.
Okay.
And try to reroll this. Come on. Well, okay, plus intelligence, that's a 11.
You attempt to dispel the magic, but you feel the arcane energy, this disrupting energy that sort of like oscillates, kind of like you're trying to tune into the right frequency of the item, and you just can't find it, and you find yourself sort of repelled by it, as this magical force that is enchanted on this box is too powerful to
Well,
break.
that was a lot heftier than I thought it was. I think I'm gonna have to try this again. Didn't quite get it.
Mel's just like so excited, looks over at Jules, who's just like,
And
Okay,
Jules is
let's-
sitting up and is on the side of the bed, but is like,
Paul, who's sitting in the corner, like knocks on the table to get your attention, and then signs and says, "I could just open it."
but there's a trap on it. I sign back.
How bad could it be?
I looked at it and the magic said it would hurt the person who opened it.
Uh,
I don't want you to get out.
never mind.
Thanks for offering though, that's so nice of you. Looks away.
All right. Well, might as well try again. Let's see.
You can do it, Hilda.
All right, hang on.
Hold on, what did you always say? You got this! Are you inspired?
I do feel inspired. Can I inspire myself?
I don't think you can at your level as a bard.
Not yet. Darn. Okay.
No.
All right. Wait, hang on. Oh, it's only when I roll a 1. Okay. Well, here goes. I'm gonna try at 3rd level
Okay.
because I have one more 3rd level spot. Well, that was a 1, so I get to re-roll that because I'm lucky.
You do.
This bar's so won't open. Okay, 16. So 19
19.
on the second go.
That will be enough. You concentrate and you after being rebuked on your first attempt and really understanding this a little bit better, you focus with as much magical energy as you can and send that oscillating force forward, and you find it, and it's resisting, and then you tune in to the right frequency, and as that happens, you all see this like almost this invisible magical barrier vaguely becomes visible for a second, and you see it begins to crack and then shatters as the enchantment around it breaks, and you have successfully canceled out the delayed blast fireball that was enchanted on the box.
Well, that could have been really bad if we set it off. So
What was it?
It's like a fireball spell.
Whoa!
Yeah, that would have been very ouchy. At right at point blank range.
Okay, can we open it, please?
Sure! Is it locked still?
It is still locked. Someone does I need to pick the lock.
I'm going to pick the lock.
Okay.
Here I go! Dexterity?
Yeah.
Sweet. And plus a 22.
22. Okay. You spend some time. It is a very complicated lock on it, and all the 3 of these chains are sort of come together on this one lock on the front, and it takes you a couple minutes to do it, but you are successful and finally, after about 2 minutes of picking the lock, it finally clicks and the chains go slack.
I opened the box.
Okay. Inside the box is a red sort of velvet interior, and there is an indentation in which sits a sort of a vial, almost, or I'm trying to think of the right word for it. I'm actually trying to pull it down and get my description here. It's a painted brass bottle that has a stopper on the end of it. The bottle itself is engraved with this with a language. I don't know who speaks primordial. Okay, Jules, you understand the language. It is primordial, specifically, that wasn't a word, primordial, specifically Igni, the language of fire. And it doesn't really say anything. It doesn't really have a like specific like understanding to the language. It's sort of like poetic and like the flowery kind of language that goes around the side, the kind of like an enchantment that binds the bottle. Some sort of like warding.
A warding?
Yes.
Okay.
What does it say?
I mean, it doesn't have a direct translation, but well, it's Igni, which is like the fire.
Ooh.
Elemental language. I don't know. It's some sort of like warding.
Ooh. I want to figure out what it is. I can't leave a puzzle alone. I'm going to cast Identify on it
Okay.
as a ritual.
Are
So
you-
11 minutes later.
You all
Did
sit there.
you actually need me to read it, or do you just enjoy this sort of weird torture?
Well,
How
if
you
I could
doing?
read it, I would have read it, but I didn't know that it didn't have a meaning. So yes, I did need you to read it.
Did you? You
Yes,
cast
I really
the
did.
spell, and the spell tells you what it is. Okay.
She's like setting up like candles and different like weird things to light on fire to burn like different weird colors as she sets up this ritual identifying. It's like, I did actually. Now don't fall asleep because I'm going to figure out what it is, and I'm sure it's going to be very exciting, and you'll want to know.
All right, I'm just very happy that you're happy.
It's been a very, very good day for me.
So next 11 minutes passes as Mel casts her spell. So you're almost falling asleep as it is getting close to like 1 a.m. at this point. And as you finish, you tune into the magical energies of it, and what you gather is that this spell does have some sort of warding magic on, or this bottle has some sort of warding magic on it, but it's not to keep things from opening it or getting inside. It is to contain something within. And specifically, it looks like it is a spell meant to contain and imprison an Ifriti.
You guys slaps everybody around to wake them up. This bottle has an Afriti inside. An Afriti.
What is that?
I'm assuming I know.
Do
with
any of us
my
know?
20 intelligence.
Yeah, I'll say you know. Jules,
I can roll for it.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm smart. I forgot.
oh,
I have the smart hat on.
the smart hat.
yeah,
Yep.
we'll just cut through the BS and sort of expedite it. You guys will figure out what it
Between the
is.
three of us.
It's
Okay.
it's a type of jinn or genie, essentially, is what they're commonly known as. Creatures from the powerful creatures from the elemental plane that sort of embody the element that they exist in or that they were born from. Ifriti specifically come from the plane of fire, and they are known for their ability to grant wishes.
Great. Can we put it back in the box? No.
Yes, but I'm very happy that we know what it is and that we have it and it's ours now. And actually, the box is kind of unwieldy. Can I just put it in the pouches that we have?
You think it'll be all right in there? That it won't cause a weird, like, reaction or something?
I don't think so because it's not the pouches aren't an interdimensional space. And I don't think the bottle is either, but either way, the pouches aren't.
Just don't want it escaping. Why couldn't it have just been like money or something?
This is basically cash money. I've heard the kids say this as a good thing. I'm gonna put it in the pouch now. Whee!
Okay. Are we keeping the box?
It's a pretty box. But no, I have no need of this box.
Okay.
I'm gonna add the bottle
Ooh.
to our inventory, and then I'm gonna let everyone go to sleep, and Mel will also go to sleep.
Okay.
I'm so glad we now have this very dangerous thing in all of our pockets. Great job, everyone. I'm going to bed now.
Good job, team. High five, high five.
So I just realized that Matthias was in our room. Where is Paul gonna be?
Probably in with Chad. Chad's
Okay.
gonna be keeping an eye on him.
Okay.
All right. So you all sleep.
I assume it's too late to go back and do what I wanted to do during the
Oh
afternoon.
yeah, what did you want to do?
what'd
No,
you-
you could do it.
I'm worried it might lead to some weird retrofitting. Because I think as, Mel and Hilda were settling down to do their magic stuff, Chad was going to go find Jules and say, do you want to go check out the Hedgehog's Hold? Not do any, no, just scouting it out. Or is that a terrible idea?
Why not?
Okay. Yeah, we can say you guys did this.
While the nerds are nerding,
Yeah.
the jocks are jocking.
Yep.
Okay. So the two of you are going to go to the scout out the hedgehog's hold.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think Chad is actually leaving most of his weaponry behind as well as his armor. Doesn't want to stand out too much. So I think I will be taking along, some of my daggers and the rapier I just rescued from the barkeep. But other than that, is leaving most of the stuff behind. So
Okay.
make sure I have unequipped the armor stuff. Oh gosh, I forgot how terrible my AC is without any armor. Well, let's hope we don't get into any fights.
Jules, are you going out as is, or?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that.
All right. Maybe I'll
the-
still wear my armor, but I'm not taking my big giant weapons with me.
I'll do
Okay.
like a bodyguard bit if I have to.
Okay. So the two of you head out into the city, and it's getting closer to sunset at this point, actually at this point, I think the sun is setting or is set already, as it's probably equivalent to 6 or 7 o'clock in the afternoon, and you guys are getting into winter. As there is sort of a chill that is setting over the town, most of the shops and the guard are lighting these braziers that are kind of interspaced around the city to provide some warmth for people walking. So you get these occasional bursts of heat undercut by the cold bite of the wind as you are walking through the town. And in the Stone Quarter, the second tier of the city, you find the Hedgehog's Hold. It is a small establishment, probably as far as its width. It's kind of sandwiched between a couple of other stone buildings, but stands about 2 stories tall. There isn't a lot to it from the outside. It has a sign in like iron above that kind of juts out into the street that has the name of the establishment. There are a couple of people milling about outside in conversation. None of them look particularly friendly. And then there is an open door it's carrying a little bit of music out into the street.
So my plan was just go in, get a drink, people watch a bit.
Yeah, all right. Easy enough.
All right. So the two of you head inside. The size of the building is actually a little deceptive as you enter. It looks like it actually extends back. It's longer than it is wide. And immediately as you come in, there are there's kind of an open space with a counter to your left and a stairway right next to the counter that looks like it leads up to some of the higher floors. Behind that counter, there is a sleepy looking Goliath who is currently scratching away at some ledgers or paper. And he looks up slightly as you enter, but doesn't really give you too much attention. Beyond that, there is a slight step down into a tavern space. There are some tables scattered about. There is a bar on the right side of the room. And in the corner, across from the bar on the left, is a stage where a small musical group is currently playing. There's a human with a violin and a elven woman who is currently singing. So the two of you go to the bar.
No.
Okay. You step up to the bar. There's a couple of seats available. It's not too busy in here, but there's a little bit of a crowd. You find 2 seats, and a dragonborn is currently tending to the bar. Has white scales, and he kind of motions you that he sees you, as he's currently helping some of the other patrons. And after a minute or so, he comes down the bar and says, "New faces around here. How can I help you?"
Just a couple of whatever you've got on draft to start.
All right. And he walks over to behind the counter where there are a couple of like tapped barrels leaned up, and he grabs 2 tankards and fills them up and slides them across the bar to you. Jules, make a perception check for me.
24.
Okay, 24. You notice in this dim light, and it's hard to discern, the labels on the barrels. You're a bartender by trade.
Mm-hmm.
You're familiar with most of the brews and the makers in Ishvornen. The maker's mark on the barrel is not one that you recognize.
Are those barrels local?
You're asking the bartender?
Yeah.
He looks over his shoulder. He says, no, they're imported.
Oh yeah, where from?
I'm not entirely sure. You'd have to ask the owner.
Just curious. I'm a brewer by trade.
Oh, really? Where at?
Small town you've never heard of.
I've been around. I might have heard of it.
Vigris?
Vigris. Is that up north?
Mm.
Is that the one that the monks are making the wine out of?
Oh, we're not exactly monks, but...
I heard they were.
Well, I'm telling you, we're not.
Oh. Maybe that's a different place.
Maybe.
Anyway, good stuff comes from up north. I might take you up on that. What brings the 2 of you into town?
Passing through.
Been on the road for a while. Thought we could use, somewhere relatively quiet to get a couple of drinks in.
Well, you won't find many places quieter than this one. It's not many people happen to find their way here. Most travelers tend to stop by the pubs and inns just near the gates. So mostly locals around here should be able to get a drink in peace.
So, who does own this place?
He make an insight check for me.
17.
17. Okay. I think he kind of shifts a little uncomfortably as you say that. You pick up on some of the tells, but he says, "Oh, just some local noble. Trying to make a little bit of cash on the side. Bought this place a few years back. Turned it into a pub. Lord Darian or Dragon. I don't really deal with him directly, so I'm not entirely sure."
Fair enough.
Is there any chance Chad would be familiar with the nobility, or at least enough to know who it might be?
Yeah. Make a history check with advantage.
All right. That's a natural 20 for 21.
Nice. Yeah. the name that he's trying, because he hasn't really given you a full name. But even the piece at Dragon or Durgan, you're not familiar with any nobles in Quildan that have that name.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. Well, sure, Sir Lord Dargan will, seems like a nice, tidy, profitable business.
I mean, gotta be if you're importing drinks.
He seems to be doing pretty well for himself.
Well, I lift my glass to Lord Durgan. May he keep getting the good stuff.
I'm sure he'd appreciate that. I've got some other patrons I need to tend to, so if you need anything, just wave me down.
How much were the drinks? Gotta make sure we pay him.
Each of these would be about 2 silver.
Okay. I'll go ahead and put those in. Just trying to do math on change in my head. But yeah, okay. So I pay for the drinks, and as soon as he's out of earshot, I'll lean over to Jules and just say, "There's no noble with a name anything close to that in the area."
Yeah, I'm almost positive he was lying. He knows exactly who runs this place.
Well, somehow I doubt someone's just going to wander in with a big old eye emblazoned on their chest, but maybe keep an eye out.
Yeah.
I think I would like to, just from the bar, take a look around like I'm checking out the decor, but see if there is any eye motif somewhere in the bar.
Sure, I'll have you both make perception checks for your scoping out the place.
That's 2 natural 20s in a row with that die.
Jeez.
Great.
And Jules?
7.
Okay. So, Chad, I assume your total is 20 plus on.
It's
on
a
that.
flat 20.
Oh, is it a flat 20? Okay. Either way.
I have
Okay.
no perception bonus.
Just want to make sure it wasn't negative.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the 20, so Jules, you kind of scope out the place the best you can. You watch the bartender kind of making the rounds, and he looks over in the direction of you guys occasionally, maybe a little bit thrown off by all the questions. He seems to be keeping a little bit of his distance. Chad, you're watching around the tavern as the music is playing, and it's sort of quiet, there's quiet melody. And you notice as a couple of, or most people coming through here do appear to be locals, but a little bit like higher end, like upper middle class, I guess you could say. Merchants, successful in the sort of working class. You don't see any other nobility that is, or as far as you can tell, nobody that seems to have that air of nobility coming through here. But everyone in here seems to be fairly well off. You do see 3 individuals come in from outside, and they don't look like the rest of the crowd. One of them is a half orc and has a pretty heavy like underbite, and is fairly big and kind of stands out to you, and taller than your average human, kind of around like 6'5", 6'8", and very well built, and he sticks out to you, as well as 2 others that are traveling with him. One appears to be human, and the other appears to be elven. And they immediately walk over to the Goliath man that is sitting by the entrance, and they have a short conversation with him before they give a nod, and they immediately walk towards the stairs. You don't see any money exchanged, and but you don't notice any, like, none of them have an eye on their chest or any sort of insignia that stands out to you.
Okay, I'll wait for them to start going up the stairs, and then, lean over to Jules. 3 going up the stairs don't quite match up. Don't know. Seems like maybe they gave the Goliath a password. I don't know if he'd try to stop us if we went up the stairs ourselves.
Probably.
Seems like it's a safe bet that whatever is up with this place is upstairs.
Yeah, I'd take that bet.
But don't think I want to push our luck on that number tonight, at least.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else specifically Chad wants to try to accomplish here. Just maybe have another drink or two so as not to rouse too many suspicions.
Okay. Yeah, you guys get a couple more drinks. Again, the barkeep seems to stay a little bit away from you. And tries to avoid any more questions from you. And you're able to leave without any issue. And then we cut forward in time to everything else that happened that night.
Wait, I left him a tip.
Okay. Of
my wonderful brewing knowledge. I leave him. What do I have in my pocket? I leave him 5 gold.
Oh. Okay.
Both because I respect him as a bartender and maybe he'll remember me if we come back.
Okay, you leave him a tip of 5 gold. I don't think he's looking as you get up, but you kind of keep an eye on him as you're leaving, and he walks back and he picks the coins up off the bar and kind of looks them over and looks over towards you and gives a confused nod.
I wink at him, but it's probably a little awkward.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Ooh. 16.
Okay. All right. You'll remember this. As you leave, head back to the Iron Creek Inn, and all of you finally get your long rest. We're going to go and take our break. So we will be back in a little bit, everyone, for part 2 of our game. We are going to do our drawing here in a minute, and we'll announce it when we get back from the break for our Descent into Avernus giveaway. So stay frosty. After we announce it, we'll be trying to get in contact with the winner via Twitch. So we will see you soon. Hey everyone, thanks for hanging out with us on our break. So before we get back into the game, we've got an announcement due for our giveaway of our Descent into Avernus Mega Spectacular GGK giveaway extravaganza surprise. We drew 2 winners during the break. First off, for our 250 sub or follower giveaway, our Dyson Miscellany set for Descent to Avernus the winner is Resident Zelda Bows. I cannot pronounce.
Good
Do you
job.
Yeah? Yeah.
That's close as I can get.
Congratulations.
You know who you are.
You know you are Resident Zelda. You have won our Dyson Miscellany set. We'll be reaching out to contact you on that shortly. And for the book, the winner is Joseph Hekla. Is the winner. Congratulations, Joe. Longtime fan of the show. We're glad to see you.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
First-time caller. You have won the Descent to Avernus book. So be on the lookout. We'll be reaching out to both winners on Twitter as probably right after the stream is over. So thank you for entering and thank you for watching. So, Ready to get back into it? All right. And we will begin as you all wake up the following day with the sun shining in through the slats in your windows. All of you rested, recuperated. What would you like to do?
I'd like to think back on my encounter with Lord Krillock and use my Battlemaster feat, Know Your Enemy, which you spend some time observing them and you can learn things about them. So I'd like to know what his armor class was and what his constitution score were relative to mine.
Okay.
Which my armor class is 17, or actually both of those are 17.
All right. Armor class and constitution.
Mm-hmm.
And I give you a greater than, less than,
or equal.
Or equal to. Okay. Both are greater than.
Okay, good to know. I will hold on to that and inform my party when it becomes relevant or just slip it into casual conversation. So you know that weird abstraction about how hard it is to be hit in combat and things like that? No.
Oh, yes, the thing that we definitely can't ascribe numbers to?
Yeah. But yeah, just letting them know probably over breakfast that, oh, by the way, Krillock is hardier and harder to hit than I am in combat. So maybe I'll wait to tell them until after we fix Paul's memory, just in case.
Okay. Good idea.
Okay. Speaking of which.
Yes, I'm going to get Mel and Paul. So, you want to do this thing?
For me, more than anything. Paul, are you ready?
He thinks for a second and assigns you and says, I guess I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
Okay.
I know you don't know me, but I would give you a hug for comfort normally, but I will refrain until hopefully you remember who I am.
I'm not a big hugger, so... let's go outside.
Okay.
The three of us. Okay, I'm gonna take the two of them outside. Is there like anywhere we can go where there is like a... So this place is a little bit more like natural, like a little grove of trees or like some running water would be great.
Sure. You guys are in the earth tier of the city, so there is some outside. There's not really any running water in the city itself unless you want to go outside the city, but there is some patches of grass and dirt and stuff outside the back of the inn.
All right, that's fine. There's no like people back here, are there?
No, it's pretty quiet back there. And so you guys are outside, and then Hilda and Chad, you guys are like in the inn eating breakfast or something, I assume.
Hilda wants to like
Maybe
spy
trying
and
to-
see it.
Yeah, sneak.
We're
peek
like
out
looking at the window. Yeah.
Both you make stealth checks.
Children.
I want to see it. I love magic. I've studied it my whole life. That is a natural 20.
Even with disadvantage, that is, I believe, a 15.
I don't see anything.
I'm
What's
very sneak.
What's your passive, Jules?
I think it's 15. Hold on, I don't have proficiency in perception. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
'cause
15.
I rolled a 24.
Jeez. Okay, so it is 15.
Yeah, it's 15.
Okay, I think you just catch out of the corner, like because Chad, you rolled a 15.
Yeah.
Okay, there's like a little bit of movement you see in the windows, and you kind of see like one red horn kind of poking up from below the windowsill.
Okay, I'm just gonna pretend like I don't see them.
Okay.
Okay. So, I guess, addressing Paul, assuming that Mel will translate for me. So, not a lot of explanation happened before. I'm a holy woman, right? That's where this comes in. Like my holy symbol. I'm gonna set up a little bit, cast a spell on you. It's not gonna hurt. But I can't promise that all of these sort of memories and everything aren't gonna hit you all at once. So it might be disorienting. It might be a little scary. And that's kind of why I wanted to do this, away from a bunch of people and everything. But I'm here. Mel's here. And so if something happens, we're all going to sit and just try to ground yourself and think about where you are. And the two of us. And you'll come back around. Does that make sense?
He nods.
All right. I'm going to sit on the ground and just light a little bit of incense and kind of center and focus for a second. And then I will hold out, I don't want to just grab him, hold out my hand toward him.
Okay. He'll take your hand.
Ready?
He nods.
Alright. And I cast Remove Curse.
Okay. So you reach out, manifesting the magical energy that is bestowed upon you by by Gethys, the Great Father, and you feel that natural energy around you, and you're drawing from that and that warmth, and you feed that into Paul's hand, and you feel this block, this chill that runs through him, and almost like the sun melting away at the ice encasing a lake. You find yourself pushing at this barrier and melting it and feeling it give away and feeling what's underneath gradually being exposed. And Paul is sitting there with a look of kind of confusion at first and a little bit of skepticism. And then you see his eyes kind of darting back and forth for a moment, and with the hand that you're not holding, he almost instinctually pulls his hand out from yours, but you hold it tight. And he places the other one across his eyes, and you can see like a bead of sweat forming on the corner of on his temple. And as you finish casting the spell, he yanks his hand from yours, and he sort of doubles over onto the ground. And there's just a few moments where he's just kind of curled there and not moving. And you see him sort of like shuddering periodically. But after about a minute of that, it passes. And he just sort of falls back, sitting on the grass, and looks up at you, Jules, and then looks over, and he signs towards you and says, you, Mel. And he says, Mel? Is that you?
It's me. It's always me. It'll always be me. Are you all right?
How did I get here? What happened?
Can I hug you? I sign.
He doesn't even respond. I think he just gets up and gives you a hug.
Oh.
Yeah.
Such hug.
And as he pulls away, you can see sort of like tears beginning to form. And he says, it's coming in pieces. I'm not. almost killed you.
I hurt you a couple times. Also, I'm really sorry about that. I didn't see you. Your hood was down.
Why did you attack me?
Well, you were following us, and we were trying to find this nefarious group of people. I kind of put 2 and 2 together, but turns out they were apples and oranges. Turns out maybe... No, actually, they weren't the same. You know, I panicked. I didn't mean to. I mean, I did mean to. I didn't know it was you.
It's fine. I'm just glad you're okay. I looks over towards Jules and looks to you and says, "Tell her thank you for me."
He says thank you. I said to him, I have good friends. They are good people. She says you're welcome.
Are you, does it hurt? Is your head okay?
I'm
It might take a bit for everything to sort of reorder itself.
a bit cold, but that's it. Listen, I was leaving. She sent me away.
I know she did.
And we were attacked, and I don't know what happened after that. They blindfolded me. And then I was somewhere for a long time. And every day somebody came and they did something that made me forget. And the longer it went on for, the more I forgot until I didn't even remember who I was anymore. And then whoever they were took me to Kurlock. Well, you know the rest.
I'm so sorry. I wish I'd been there.
It's not your fault.
If I'd just been better behaved, I would have been at Chad's house still. I never would have been fired. We could have been together at the same place all these years. I could have been able to look after you.
That's not who you are, though, and it's not your fault.
Well, be that as it may, I'm going to fix it.
It's fixed now, and we're back together, and we don't have to. We don't have to do this anymore.
Well, that is true. I don't need to take you home to mother and father. They will be very happy to know you are all right.
Where are they?
They're still in Glenbala.
We need to get them out of there.
I know. I think there are a lot of things that need to be done. That. And whoever it is that is doing all of this. And again, I'm saying all of this out loud for Jules, as long as it's clear.
Well, he can read lips, so we have established that before. So you can,
Yeah.
the two of you can speak in Holland.
Okay. So, you always thought this is everything I've wanted for several months. But we have a lot of problems to get through before we get back to Glenbala.
You're right.
Oh, before I forget again, happy birthday! And I give him the wind chimes that glow when they move in the wind instead of making a noise.
He smiles as he holds them, and goes to sign towards you, and then kind of shivers again.
Oh.
He looks around. He signs. He says, It's so cold here."
It's winter.
And he kind of shivers again, and it's cold out. It's not that cold. And you watch as he looks down at his hands, and you see they're slowly being encased in ice.
What?
And as he looks up, confused, and begins to say something, you watches his movement slows, and he sort of slows down, and the ice begins to encase just a thin layer of it, his whole body, and he's sort of frozen there for a moment. And off that ice, this mist begins to form. And that mist retracts back into a large cloud behind him and begins to solidify until this massive, almost crystalline looking creature.
Chad is rushing out to get around to the back of the yard.
With this insect-like face, these spines of jagged ice that protrude out of its back, and carrying this massive ice spear forms and looks over all of you, though it has these the compound eyes and sort of looking everywhere at once, and you just hear in this this language emit from it. Do either of you speak Infernal? So Chad, as you are rushing outside,
I also do. Sorry.
Okay, so Chad and Mel, the two of you hear this, and Chad, as you're running outside, you hear the creature shriek, and it says, "Meddlers, you must die," and it swings the spear and begins to strike out towards all of you, and we're going to roll initiative.
Oh, heck.
This was unexpected.
A little bit.
Hey, we got this.
I'm going to take you guys to the page.
Thank you. Yikes! I'm so glad I went outside for this. Thank you, Jules. My brother, no.
Chad, I'm going to say you, at this exact moment, you are still in the building, so you'll begin to run outside.
Yeah. I'll just out the window, probably.
Yeah, I'll put him here.
Ooh, that's not a great initiative.
That's probably
Can I
better.
roll it?
There we go.
Better than roll 20.
Oh, yeah, I gotta click the thing. Okay. Click. Click.
And there we go.
All right.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Roll for the creature. Yikes. Okay.
Why, yikes.
No reason.
Okay. I'm not worried.
Yikes, because it rolled a natural 1 on its initiative.
Oh, okay. Whew.
But that'll be everybody's initiative. I was going to say end its turn. Is everybody correct on there now?
Yes.
Cool. So Mel, is your turn first.
Oh, that stands to reason. Ah! Okay. Okay. Cool. I'm not prepared for this. Do I have any idea what this thing is?
Make an Arcana check.
Cool. Oh, nope. That's 11. I keep rolling so bad.
Yeah, you aren't sure.
Well, heck. I don't like bugs. Bugs probably don't like fire. Yeah.
Cannot fire.
I'm going to do my tried and true, reach into my pouch as fast as I can, put some stuff in a bottle, shake it up, drink it, dragon's breath.
Okay.
For fire, I'm
I
going
assume
to...
you're going to move around.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm not
Okay.
close to my own brother. And I'm just going to speed fire at it in a cone that is 15 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
All
There we go.
Well, it succeeds,
Itty.
but as the fire hits it, it doesn't appear to affect it at all.
Well, neat.
It's sort of just the fire itself almost doesn't seem to reach its body. It is so cold that the fire is almost snuffed out before it even
Amazing.
touches the creature.
This is some cool science that we're doing. I'm scared. Theory's gonna spit acid.
Okay.
That's a natural 20! Yay! I can do
Nice.
something, right? Via this thing I made. Okay. 1d6. 4 acid damage.
4 points of acid damage. That does affect it. All right.
That's my turn.
All right. So the gout of flame reciting this massive sort of steam cloud coming off of it, and then the globule of acid just kind of hits it in the shoulder and begins to dissolve away. It doesn't really even seem to flinch from that, even though it is eating at it. It's a hardy boy, but it does acknowledge your presence there. You in theory, Jules, it is your turn.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
If I have something that I cast a spell that says that the target's speed can't be reduced, or they can't be paralyzed or restrained. Is that this? Would that help the boy?
Would it help Paul right now?
Yeah. It says spells and other magical effects.
Yeah.
It sounds like a no.
I'm gonna say I'll give you the. I don't want you to just like waste it entirely.
Yeah, that's why I asked, because it's a 4th level spell.
Yeah, I'll say make a wisdom check.
Okay. 16.
16. Okay. What is happening to Paul right now appears to be some sort of remnants of whatever this creature has some sort of bond with Paul, and is causing this. It seemed to have been sort of possessing Paul prior to that moment.
But the remove curse didn't get rid of it.
The remove curse seems to have removed it from his body,
Cool.
but it's not ended the effect. As far as the what's the spell you're trying to do again?
Freedom of movement.
Freedom of movement.
Can't talk today.
You imagine that could enable Paul to move again, but there is a mental component to this stunning effect that he is under right now that would have to be removed first. Some sort of tether that would need to be broken.
Okay. Great. Okay, then I'm gonna guiding bolt the big thing.
Okay.
Zap. That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Oh, that's a lot of dice, huh? Use it right there, because I'm gonna use that dice for the rest of forever. I want to make sure I'm rolling the right amount of dice.
It's 4d6.
So 8d6.
Yes.
Okay, I roll 5 6s.
Oh, Jesus.
That's 40 points of radiant damage.
Holy crap.
Yeah, eat my shorts.
Okay. 40 points of radiant damage as this bolt of energy slams into the creature and shatters some of this ice armor that it has. It lets out this massive shriek in that moment. That almost that you see some of the windows are sort of oscillating at the severity of that sound, and even the 4 of you are forced to cover your ears in that moment, and it then locks onto you with an intensity unknown to you by any enemy so far.
Great. I go, bring it.
All right.
I think that's it for me. I'm gonna move a little bit. I'm gonna like go around this way. Maybe it. That's where I can go. Maybe so it won't go towards the building.
Okay.
That's it.
Alrighty.
Dang.
That'll be Hilda's turn then.
Okay. Seeing that this fire did not harm it, can I try to figure out what this thing is?
Make an Arcana check.
Yeah, okay. Come on. 22.
22. Okay, I'll say with that, you're able to identify this creature. This is an ice devil. You've seen pictures of this depicted in probably some readings that you had back at the Imperium. You know that these things hail from the depths and are again fiendish in nature. As you saw from Mel's attempt, the place they come from is very hot. They don't really have any issues with fire. I think what I'll give you with that check is that you know fire won't hurt it. You know that poison probably won't hurt it. Mm-hmm. But those are about the only things that would be an issue.
Okay. Cool. I would like to cast Magic Missile at it.
Okay. I guess roll your damage.
Okay. That's I just clicked it so I can see that it's 120 feet. Okay. So yeah, I can totally get it through the window that I'm at. And how many? That D4. Let's see. Do I roll for each little thing, or do I roll just the one time? I can't remember how this. It doesn't say. Let's see. Hang on. Just went ahead and rolled, even though I didn't want it to.
What's your question again?
Okay, so so I have 3 darts, and I roll it 1d4 3 times, 1 for each.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
If you're doing it at first level.
Yes, at first level. So that was a 3. That was a 1, so 4. That was another 1. Dang it. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 8 force damage. And
okay.
It's gonna yell out the window and be like, "It's a nice devil. Don't use fire."
All right. That will end Hilda's turn. 8 points of damage. Gonna mark that down. Minus 8. Okay. Chad, it is your turn.
All right. Chad comes rushing out, drawing Dragon Maru. Comes running up and over. I believe I have enough movement. Ooh. I don't know exactly how the architecture lines up, if I can get there in 30 feet.
You have to be here to get out. And then, from there, so 5-10 feet to get out of the building. And then from there, you have 20 feet of movement left to move as you want.
That's not going to be enough to get there. So I think instead of Dragon Maru for this turn, drawing the lance. For my bonus action, I will cast Branding Smite. And as Chad, kicks the door open and comes running out, says in Infernal, "Get thee back to the hell from whence you came."
Okay.
So Branding Smite, so that's going to be extra damage if I manage to hit, which should be at advantage because of Guiding Bolt, yes?
Yep.
Yes, because nobody else has done an attack roll yet.
So, that is 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, for 10 damage, 1d10 plus stuff. That is 6 piercing plus, I believe that's 18 radiant. What was that first roll? Was that an attack roll? I'm confused. Okay, but I think that's, so 6 piercing, 6 radiant on that attack.
Okay. And we'll consider it a magical weapon because it's enchanted. So 6 piercing, 12 points of damage. Okay. So you take the spear or the javelin, you hurl it forward, and it stabs through the thick hide of this creature, the kind of exposed part that was blasted by the radiant energy. Anything else on your turn before the?
I meant to make that a goading attack so that it needs to make a wisdom saving throw. And it's going to take an extra d8 of damage.
Okay.
6 more points of damage.
Let's make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
So 15.
I think that succeeds because I think my DC is only 14. Yeah, that's going to succeed. So no extra effect.
Okay. That'll bring it to the Ice Devil's turn. Yeah, let's do this. So the devil itself sees you all approaching from outside, and Jules is very angry with you, sort of tracking you as you go. Instead of stabbing at you, though, it takes its spear and holds it up for a moment and then slams it down into the ground. And as it does, ice shoots out from the ground around it, forming a ring around you and the creature, which then extends upwards and curves inwards, forming a dome of ice that perfectly encapsulates both Jules and the Ice Devil.
Sick.
So it's casting a wall of ice. And let me get the dome on the field. Click. And I will need... The damage is going to be facing outwards. Token layer. There we go. Mel and I think Chad, you're going to be okay. But let me double check. As it appears, these creatures space pushed off.
This is
okay.
fun.
No, it's not within range. So yeah, you guys are good. It's not forming in your space. It is forming next to you. So yeah, there is a wall of ice that shoots up and encompasses both Jules and the Ice Devil, currently blocking your view of what's going on. And then Jules, it is going to step up into your space there.
Great.
And that is all I can do this turn.
Cool, but I'm looking at it going, oh, you picked the wrong target.
Mel, what you got?
It's me. Hi. What do I know about Wall of Ice?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay, great. Oh my gosh! How many 2s am I gonna roll? It's a 10.
Yeah, I don't think you're familiar with the spell.
Oh, that's some ice.
Yeah, a lot of ice just formed.
Cool. Hey, Jules, if you can hear me, you got this! I'm going to start dragging my ice statue brother into the inn.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely do that. So
Can I? My strength is 6, and he's frozen solid.
Yeah, no, also you can't. You're at half movement speed.
Oh, cool.
To do that, but you can do it. He's not any heavier. He's just...
Well, I'm also not any stronger. 5, 10, 15, 20... Nope, just 15. Just shoving.
Okay. Moving him slowly away.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I'm pushing him from the other side.
Okay. Anything for Theory?
Oh, boy. Theory's going to hang out with Chad. Bonus action. Fold himself into one of those little paper fortune tellers. And then just be like, ta-da! And ta-da! You win some temporary hit points. You get 2d6 plus 5.
Okay.
Woo! 2 6s! 17 temp heaps. That's my turn.
All right. Jules, is your turn.
Oh, okay. Oh, this thing's right up on me, huh?
Yes.
Not super a fan of that. Is it like radiating cold? Do I feel like if I touch this thing, it's gonna hurt?
No, it doesn't feel like it's radiating cold.
Okay.
You don't feel in danger based on proximity.
Well, I kind of do feel like I'm in danger based on proximity, but for a different reason. That's okay. Great. Then I'm gonna reach out and grab onto it. And, oh boy, howdy, please work. I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds at 4th level.
Okay, make your attack.
Oh my god. Please work. Please don't. Tree Dad, if you can hear me. 24.
24 will hit.
Oh god, how many dice is it? 3, 4, 5, 6 D10.
Oof.
Eat this thing for lunch. That's really good. $41.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I'm the Hamilton of damage today.
Jeez. Okay. You reach out and grab onto this creature and send this coarse necrotic energy through it, and it makes another shrieking noise as this happens, and is even more angry with you now.
I'm so
Anything
nervous.
else?
Yeah, I look in its ugly eyes and I say, "You let him go."
Okay. Hilda, is your turn.
Okay. Can I try to like scrabble out this window?
Yeah, make an acrobatics check.
Okay. Here goes acrobatics. I'm gonna land on my face probably. This is gonna be good. I don't know what my acrobatics thing is. Let me see. 12.
12. Okay. I'll say it's going to cost you an extra 5 feet of movement to get out, but you are able to climb out the window.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to climb out the window, and like then I'll be like, I got them. And then is going to pull out a bell and inspire Chad.
Okay.
Bonus.
Chad, you hear that familiar ringing and feel a surge of adrenaline inspiration. Anything else, Hilda?
I guess I'm gonna pull out my short sword and just be ready if that icy bug comes out of there and tries to get me. I'm gonna try to stab it.
Okay. All right.
Because you said like a total dome, like we can't.
Yeah, it's a full dome, opaque.
Yeah.
You can't. I think you can vaguely see some like shadows moving around in there from the light, but yeah, you don't see. You can't really see the creature.
Yeah.
So Chad, it's your turn.
All right. Action. I'm using Dragon Maru to cast Dragon's Breath and shoot fire at the dome to try and melt my way in.
Okay.
So let me cast the spell so we see how much damage. Ah, come on. Okay, that's going to be 3d6. 12 fire damage on the ice wall.
Okay. You breathe out fire onto the ice, and you can see this panel of it begins to melt away. It doesn't fully melt away. It is still there. It seemed very effective, and the ice that is left is like very thin, like a very thin sheet left there.
Okay. I'm going to use my action surge so that I can keep on trucking. Gonna step up to it where I made the break, and now I'm going to use my first attack with Dragon Maru to try and smash it the rest of the way, break my way in.
Okay, make an attack roll.
18 to hit.
All right, that hits.
For 4 plus 8 slashing.
8 slashing. Okay. With that swing from your ice, you hit the this wall, and this piece shatters here. There is now a gap, an opening at that panel, but there is this, and you can see inside. However, you do feel there's still this intense cold air, this frigid air that is still occupying that space.
I'm going to walk through it so I can axe this thing in the back.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's very good. That's 25.
Okay, you succeed, but you still take... it'll be 9 points of cold damage.
Okay, I am resistant to cold damage, so half of that.
4 points of cold damage.
All right. And now with my second attack from Dragon Maru, axing it in the back. 25. Not quite, but 23.
23 hits.
All right. And I'm gonna hit it, and I'm just also going to do a maneuver on it, deciding which one. Oh gosh, what does this one do again? Yes, okay, doing a distracting strike. So the next attack roll by someone other than me. So let's see, that's good maneuver damage. Not great Dragon Maru damage. 7 magical slashing plus 8 more from the maneuver, and the next attack roll from someone else has advantage.
Okay.
And then for my bonus action, going to rally on Jules so she gets temp HP. 8 temp HP.
Okay.
And that was lots of things I just did. So my turn is done.
Fighters!
I am imagining Chad busting in here just in time to see Jules like just sucking the life force out of this thing.
Yeah.
That's a dirty spell.
Yeah, it's bad. But yeah, okay, so you come busting through the ice and taking one big slash against the creature, and it screeches and looks back towards you now. Flanked has its attention divided. It is going to, on its turn now, make some attacks. So it's going to use its spear, and it's going to... Yeah, it's going to use its spear at Jules.
Seems fair.
That's a natural 20.
Yep. We're good.
For 27 points of piercing.
Okay.
And 23 points of cold.
Halved.
Have to 12 or 11.
Okay.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Okay. That's really bad. 4.
Okay.
Can I use my legend point to reroll?
Yes, you can.
Boop. Let's not have a 4 on that. Don't want to die. That's so much better. Let's say dirty 20.
Okay. Then you succeed on it. You feel as the spear stabs into you, you feel that similar to Matthias, this cold energy begin to kind of encase your body, and you find yourself slowing, but you power through it. That ice genasi blood in your veins, the same elemental energy keeping you up. It is going to make a tail attack then against Chad. That's a 25 to hit, so...
Yeah, that'll hit.
That'll be 8 bludgeoning and 12 cold, reduced to 6.
Okay, so 8 plus 6 is 14. Okay. Temp HP is gone. 1 over into my actual health.
Okay. Yeah, that'll end its turn. Mel, back to you.
Okay, DM. Can I change the damage type of Dragon's Breath after I cast it, or is it just one and done?
think you have to decide when you cast it. Let me double check.
I can click it again if you like. It doesn't say that I can't, but it also doesn't say that I can.
Yeah, it says you touch one willing creature and imbue it with the power to spew magical energy from its mouth, provided it has one. Choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison until a spell ends. The creature can use action. It's just an energy of chosen type. No, you have to keep it. You'd have to recast it to do
Tragedy. Well, I stopped concentrating on that useless spell. Goodbye, limited second level slots. Hilda says she's got my bro. I believe her. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go over here. What can I do if not breathe fire? Meh. Well, I'm going to peek in this little hole. See that Chad and Jules have got this. It's pretty great.
Mhm.
And then I'm just going to pull out from my supplies. I'm going to pull this long, stringy, gooey thing, stomach of a snake, and just like flick it into the air, throw some other stuff on it, grab it as it like increases into the size of a bow, and I'm going to cast acid arrow at the devil. The devil.
Okay. It's gonna have a little bit of cover from the dome.
Oh, I wanted to roll though. Oh well. I was just trying to click the spell, but I guess I rolled a 15.
15. That will unfortunately miss.
Goodbye, second level slot.
You send the arrow shooting in there, and it goes past Chad, Jules, and the ice devil and slams into the other wall, kind of beginning to dissolve. Go and roll damage on it, and we'll just there's no way it didn't hit something in here. So
Also, if I miss, they take half the damage. So I just read that.
Splashes the target with acid, half as much damage of the initial damage, but no damage on the second. Okay, cool.
Okay. Oh, that's garbage. It's garbo. 12 plus 5, 17.
17 points of damage. Okay,
17 acid and then halved. So
it takes half, so we'll say that is 8, and
17 acid somewhere.
we'll say the wall takes 17 acid.
Great.
Plus the half damage on the next turn, right?
They don't take the secondary damage.
Oh,
Again.
okay.
Unless you want the wall to take damage later.
No, it takes 2d4 damage on the end of its next turn. So the wall will continue. That's what I'm saying. The wall.
Oh, the wall. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Now Theory is going to spit some more acid because I'm an alchemist.
Okay.
Oh, Theory. What's your plus to hit? I doubt that's going to hit. I don't know. Maybe 17?
17 will miss.
I knew it! Freaking. It's fine. Good luck, everyone. You got this.
So Theory also spits acid, and this time it hits the ground and sort of dissolves between Chad and the Ice Devil, having lost some of its trajectory and kind of hardened when it was spat through this cold air pocket in this wall. Jules, it is your turn then.
Okay.
Oh, only the next attack. I've just realized something. Jules, not Jules, Mel, roll that first attack again.
Yeah.
I was cool with like ignoring it because we already just went to all this trouble to describe the acid hitting the wall. But I will.
Oh, go for it.
Natural 20.
Okay, so what was the damage you rolled on that?
17.
So 17, it was natural
12 on
20.
the dice.
So on the dice it was 12. So 24 plus 5, 29.
29 points of damage. Okay, so I will add that in to what it took. Okay.
And
All
then, and then at the end of its next turn, it'll take more damage. I'll remind you.
Okay, we'll do that. All right, Jules, now is your turn. My apologies.
That's okay. If something says that it affects a weapon attack, is that also a spiritual weapon or is that a spell attack? That's a spell attack, right?
So what's the thing that you're talking about?
I have a divine strike now.
Okay. I think that's specific
It says when
to
you hit with a weapon attack. Those are probably just regular weapons, right?
It's technically a spell attack with the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
So
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Great. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast a spiritual weapon. Anyway.
Okay.
Try to hit it.
All right.
Do-do-do. And that's very good. 27?
Yeah.
Yay.
It's getting cramped in this place now.
That is 7 force damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hit it also with my mace that I have.
All right. Make your attack.
Yay. Smack, smack. 24?
That'll hit.
Come on. 5. Okay, so...
But not literally.
No, all the opposite, really. So 6 bludgeoning damage and 7 radiant damage.
Is your weapon magical?
No.
Okay. So it's going to be 3 bludgeoning, and how much was the radiant?
7.
7. Whew. Okay. All right. You smack into it, coinciding with your spiritual weapon being summoned, both of you hitting the creature like another shriek. You see this ice armor cracking all around it. Is yikes. Okay. Anything else, Jules?
Yeah, I go. Last chance.
Okay.
I don't even know if it can understand me, but... still
Not
yelling
sure.
at it. Don't care.
Hilda, is your turn.
Okay. Looking over Paul, do I get the sense that trying to dispel magic would do anything for him?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. That's a lot.
Good.
25.
25. Okay. You gather, looking at him, that unfortunately the nature of it's less magical. It's not really, I don't think it's really something that could be dispelled in this case. So you gather dispel magic probably wouldn't help, but what you do notice is looking over him, the ice that has formed around him is also beginning to crack as this creature has been taking damage.
Okay. Down. Whatever you guys are doing, it's working. And then I don't know if I could, like, from the angle of, hang on, click. I wonder if I could see Jules and try to heal her.
Yeah, you can see Jules from where you're at. You see
okay. Okay, then I would like to cure wounds, level 3.
I don't think you can cure wounds from where you're at unless you are using.
Oh no! Shoot, it's touch. I forgot.
Yeah, if you had Panger out, you could cast cure wounds at a distance. But
okay, I will use. Yes, I forgot that he can do touch spells like that. Okay, well then I will hold that thought for next round.
Okay.
As I bring Panger back out of his little pocket dimension.
Okay, so you summon Panger with your action.
And he's still an owl.
Okay.
I haven't changed him back to a cat yet.
What's the distance you can summon him at? Because
let me click.
You saw Chad pass through the ice and got a little beat up as he went.
Oh yeah, good point. Okay, let me click. Oh, forgot this thing is like a novel. While you're
30 feet. Sorry. I'm
30 feet? Okay.
Do you want to summon him inside or out there with you?
Yeah, if I could summon him on the inside.
Yep, you certainly
so that
can.
he's just like in there and then could give her a cure wounds?
Yeah.
So next round?
Next round you could, yeah.
Okay.
So I will just place him over here next to
Thank you.
Jules. As suddenly little owl appears next to Jules. Okay. That'll end Hilda's turn.
Nice.
Chad, it's your turn now.
Going to start with my bonus action, another rally on Jules. You got this. I'm just here as emotional support. I'll soften him up by asking him a few questions. So you get 5 more temp HP as I hit him again with Dragon Maru, or try to at least. That is 16.
16 will miss.
I'll use my last superiority die to do precision strike to add to that. Does a 25 hit?
25 will hit.
All right. Where is my damage dice? There it is. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the right one. Ooh, that's full 12, 16 slashing.
Yikes. Okay.
And then my second attack. 21 to hit.
That also hit.
Not as good. 8 slashing.
Okay. 8 points of slashing. All right. So yeah, cutting across it 2 more times, chop, chop against its this ice armor again, carving out more points. Hilda, you're seeing more cracks forming on the Paul outside. Okay. Anything else, Chad?
Nope,
Right.
that's everything.
It'll be the Ice Devil's turn. Okay. It is, in lieu of using its Ice Spear this time, it is going to strike out with its everything else. So it's going to make a bite attack against Jules as these pincers come forward and go to clamp down around you. That'll be another natural 20 to hit.
Oh,
So that'll be 22 points of piercing and 15 points of cold reduced to can't do math, 7.
okay.
And then it's going to make a claw attack against Chad. It's a 19 to hit
That'll hit.
for 11 slashing and 13 reduced to 6 cold damage.
So 17 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then with its tail attack, I think it's going to swing at Jules and try to finish you off.
That tracks. Makes sense.
It's a 21 to hit.
Yep.
I'm gonna try the cutting word that.
Okay.
I'll be like, you believe her alone, you little cuss!
Roll your cutting words.
Okay, let's see, come on. That didn't stay in the box. That's a 4, so -4 from that.
So
roll.
17 to hit.
My armor class is 20.
All right. So it in this fury, it bites at you, turns around towards Chad, and rakes his claws across Chad's armor, and then its icy tail comes swinging around to smack into you. And at the last second, you hear Hilda cry out from outside and ringing one of her bells in the process. And there is this the whole ice dome begins to shake with that reverberation, and the creature flinches as that happens, and you get your shield up just in time to deflect the tail from almost taking your head off. That will end the Ice Devil's turn.
It takes acid damage equal to 11.
All right, 11 was acid damage. Nice. Okay, that ends its turn. Mel, it is your turn now.
Oh boy! I can see what's going on in there, and this is very stressful. Jules has done so much for Mel, but also it's really cold in there, and Mel really doesn't like the cold. It almost killed her. Yikes. Don't matter. She's going to go in there.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw.
Yikes. 8 plus 5, 13.
That's a fail.
Yikes.
So you will take 17 points of cold damage.
Okay, that's okay. I can live with that. She's very upset, but she goes in anyway. 5, 10, 15, 20. What's up, bud?
So you sort of like scoot around the inside of the dome.
Jules, you don't look so good. You're doing great.
Yeah, I don't think she answers at this point.
Pat. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds
Okay.
at 2nd level. It's my last 2nd level slot.
Roll your healing damage.
I will roll that. Plus another d8. Okay. Pathetic. Oh, goodness. So 4 plus 5, 9 plus another 5 because I'm alchemist. 14?
Okay.
Tragic. I just pull out some Neosporin and put it on some boo-boos. You got this. And then bonus action.
Okay.
Oh, I only go 15 feet. Well, I go back to Chad. Poof! I just teleport back.
Okay. All right. That'll end Mel's turn, as now there's a rave going on in this sphere from the outside. Just hearing the shrieking and all the shadows moving, things pressed against the the ice. Jules, it is your turn.
Okay. Does it look bad?
It does look pretty bad.
Does it look as bad as me?
No, not quite as bad as you.
He looks bad. Oh heck. Okay, I'm using a bonus action to hit it with a spiritual weapon again.
Okay.
19.
It'll hit.
That's 13 force damage.
Jeez. Okay.
Am I gonna regret this? I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds on it again at 3rd level.
Okay, make your attack roll.
Come on, Jules, come on.
Natural 20.
You did not. Is that the blue die again? I'm taking that die from you.
You gave it to me! It's mine!
Oh my
You
god.
can't have it.
Roll your damage.
I don't even know how many it is.
I'm stealing that die tonight.
It's mine! You can pry it from my cold dead hands.
I'm convinced it's not weighted properly.
That was not a threat. 3, 4, 5 D10. That's 4, 5, 10 D10. $54.
Holy shit. All right.
Necrotic damage.
Well, that's the rest of its hit points. You
This is
reach
the
out.
best day ever.
I think the two of you only critted against each other. Pretty much. So you reach out with your hand encased in necrotic energy one more time and grab onto the spear of this creature as it is attempting to stab out at you one more time. And as you do, that necrotic energy surges through the spear, shattering it, and then up the creature's arms and body. You see the ice melting away, revealing this kind of sickly white exoskeleton underneath that also begins to dissolve away as the whole creature kind of folds in on itself with a last shriek, and then is just sort of incinerated in this puddle of muck and ash and refuse in front of you, and it is dead.
Great. I look down at it. Is anything left? It just all melted? Nothing left in my hand or anything?
There's bits and icky pieces of it.
Oh, gross. I don't want that. Okay, well then I just look down at it and kind of kick the ground where it was, and I go, yeah, fuck with my family again, you shit.
I guess the ice wall goes away too.
Mel's just looking at Jules.
And then I think I sit on the ground.
So you said there are icky bits left. Can I have some?
Icky bits?
Yes, you can have scoop up some of the icky bits of the ice devil.
I have.
Mel is scooping up icky bits. Chad goes over to Jules and like make sure she's okay. Checks her over.
Yeah,
All right.
and as Mel is picking up the bits off the ground, Paul, the ice shatters Hilda as you're standing next to him, and he sort of staggers backwards and then falls onto the ground and looks around, just as confused as he was before.
Oh, you poor dear.
And yeah, people also are gathering on the streets, having seen this happen in the middle of the day, and are watching this in kind of abject horror with this monster that just appeared. And yeah, you know?
Hilda's gonna put like a scarf around like Paul's shoulder just to like try to warm him up because he would look so cold.
Yeah, and he's shivering less now, but yeah, he still like takes the blanket and looks over at you, Mel, as you're finishing up, and signs. Did that come out of me?
Wipes hands off on grass. Signs back. Yeah, it did. It called us meddlers. But we killed it.
I have no idea what that was.
Hilda said it was an ice devil.
Yes, it was a.
Why was it inside of me?
We're going to figure it out.
It's gone now, I say from the ground.
Thanks to our family.
I think Panger just like pokes you on the head with his beak.
Oh,
Just pecks you.
I think. Give him a little. I guess he doesn't really have a chin.
No. He has like a foofy part.
Just give him a little like scritch right here.
His head just kind of twists almost all the way around his.
So
I
glad
love
you were here.
birds.
Thank you for all your help. You're just so great.
All right.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, can I think about Ice Devils and why the one might have been one inside of him? I don't know if I need to like do research for that or.
You can. We can talk about that next time.
Oh wow, so late already.
As we are going to go and wrap it up today. Trying to get better about ending on time. So keep that in mind and make a note of it, or you and I can talk between the sessions, figure out next and unraveling this mystery. But yeah, that's where we're going to end it. So thank you all out there for watching. Congratulations once again to our winners of the giveaway. We'll be reaching out to you shortly for information on getting your prizes to you. Tune in tomorrow and kind of role play. Savannah is going to be playing or running her game of Apocalypse When at 5 o'clock Eastern time. Monday, we will be returning right here for Motley Mondays, where I will be running something for some people somewhere. We're doing some round robin DMing. It's been a lot of fun and very chaotic. On Tuesday, Savannah will be here for Matropony Matrolonely edition.
That's not what I'm calling it.
That's what we're calling it.
Why not? I love that name.
It's so good.
My dads will keep me company. I'm gonna stream Dream Daddy.
Yeah, more Dream Daddy as Savannah looks for a replacement for me. On Wednesday, Lindsay will be picking up Wednesdays with Borderlands 2, playing some Borderlands 2 for those of you that might not have understood that.
For the pun deficient of you.
Yeah. And then we will be back here next Saturday to continue our adventure. So thanks for hanging out with us. Check out our YouTube and our Twitter and our website. All that is linked below on Twitch here, as well as our programming schedule. And we'll see you soon. And until next time, good game and good night, Internet.
Good night, Internet.
Good night, Internet.
Good night, Internet.